one more time? It's my favorite story.
Oh, you know it better than me by now. But if you insist.
Yes! All right, I'm ready. Tell me about the Promised Land.
Long, long ago, in a time few yet recall, life prospered, for the world was rich in plenty. Majestic trees stood sentinel over lands without end. From towering peaks sprang rivers, flowing into and feeding great seas. And noble kingdoms flourished, wanting for naught. The relentless ice. The world grew cold, cold and still. Men succumbed to bitter sorrow. And as we struggled to survive, they marched, and all was lost. We had no choice but to flee to the sky. Below became a frozen waste. But everything changed when they arrived.
The Traveler, the one from the sky.
Aye, though in those days we knew them as
Credo.
This is such a showman. Yoshi-P presenting EverCold. I won't do the full react of this keynote. I wanted to put the introduction. Introduction of EverCold with Naoki Yoshida entrance and aura farming at an IM 2026 FanFest for Final Fantasy XIV. And so in this video, ladies and gentlemen, we are not reacting live to the thing that he did, but rather we are talking about the announcement made during the EverCold announcement. I already did a trailer analysis. I will put the link to that video in the description, but I wanted to put it at least to get the live reaction of people that was watching, because it gave some chills even more than just the cold of EverCold. But there is more to it than just that. And so the first announcement for this expansion is that we have this slider where we have every expansion, past expansion, and saying to us taking Final Fantasy XIV to the next level with Godless Realm Saga, the new saga for the expansions of Final Fantasy XIV, which started with Dawntrail and so will go on with EverCold. If you didn't know, we consider that the God-full saga, I guess. The saga of Idolin with the fight against Zodiac was the full story between Qyorria and Reborn until Endwalker, and it concluded with Endwalker where Idolin, Zodiac, and all the gods pretty much are gone, and so we are now entering the new era, the Godless Realms saga. And Realms also refers to all the reflections that are undefended now that the Ascians are gone technically, not entirely, but technically. And so yeah, we start a new saga. And so the Godless Realm saga will start with EverCold for real in January 2027, and they will definitely release the expansion in January 2027. They don't have a release date specific yet, but they assure us that it will be around this date. And so, as I said in introduction, we are going to the fourth. We have this screen where we have the Arcane Crystal. On the left, the brightest star is or on wall or on stars, and all around are the reflections. And so the fourth is a reflection fallen into ruin, ravaged by ever-spreading ice. And with whom will you make it? What awaits you there? And who is the wanderer? Is it you, the Wire of Light, or is it someone else? That's the question they ask. The Wire of Light's next great saga. Begins now. Oh, not yet, but technically it does with 7.5, I guess. So next they showed us some screenshots of the lands we will be visiting. We have this kind of crop field with in the background a big mountain with some kind of structure and maybe a city or the entrance to a city. Next we have this other screenshot. Yeah, okay, it doesn't move. With this kind of structure, which is interesting. Well, this kind of structure reminds me of Ilmeg with the fairy that change people into leaf people, I guess. Only maybe small doors and stuff like that compared to this Iserite here. So I believe that's really small. Maybe the tone of kind of reminder of Lalafell. Next, we have this screenshot here with another Iserite, so it means it's the sanctuary of a place, or at least or a city. It looks like it is night and underground with a big fall here. It could be a cave, but I still believe we are going in the skies of the fourth as well, so it could be something different. A cave inside a flying island, actually. That's my guess. Next, we have another city with different screenshots and views. We have this one here with another Iserite. It could be one of the main hubs, because we always have 2 hubs in new expansion. We have this screenshot here with an entrance. It could be the entrance to the city, that's what they said, but they are very mysterious about it. It could be the entrance to this wall or the exit, rather, of the city. Could be many things, you know. We have this other screenshot here that shows the sky, making me believe that most of the things that are happening are in the skies as well. And so they didn't show everything, I believe. They didn't zoom on that one, for example, or not yet at the moment of the rewatch I'm doing, or this one. But there are other designs in this screenshot area So we have the main crystal in the middle of kind of lake with another city, or at least a settlement. We have on the bottom right some kind of Viking feeling design for another area, and we have here another Sky Island view with some airship here. And so after that they showed us some artwork of the places we are going, and so that's definitely confirming me that we are in the skies with the clouds on the background. We have the Azerite here with some kind of place, I guess, for boats, but at the same time we have the edge here that could be like, yeah, a small island, I guess, but it's a concept art anyway. So next we have this view of another city with a crystal in the middle. We have this part here. We saw a screenshot of this area, I believe, but that's a full area with a netherite or some kind of a netherite on here as well. Next we have this other place, a completely other city with lava everywhere, and we are still in the skies to my mind. That's interesting as well. It looks very mechanical. Not really a city, but a place, a fort maybe, or a big factory, because we have another screenshot, I believe. Oh, that's later. Yes, we have this one as well. But first, we have this design here for a kind of castle of high magic. We have this settlement with some kind of Viking-looking boat very close to a river or something, but we still have some white in the background for clouds, to my mind. And so we have this city here, another look at it, with lava everywhere. That's still an artwork, but very interesting. And we have another view of the same city with an airship here and some kind of clockwork. It reminds me a bit of the Arcadian, you know, but interesting still. And so we will have Arcane Giants roaming in the sky, roaming the ice, sorry, I can't read. And so we have these giants in the trailer as well. It's interesting to me that it could be looking like wardens, those creatures that thundered the first into light, and they were keeping the day forever until we arrived and killed them. So maybe we will have to kill them. Also, what made me think that is this like spear in the middle of their body, in their heart kinda, with the color that changes depending on the Arcane Giant. We have a blue one here, and in the trailer you have the green, the yellow, and the red, which would represent to my mind all kind of elements, and they are guarding and bearing the wall of the element they are guarding, and making it into ice. That's my guess. Yeah. And so we have more concept art. So it is the main hub of the city, and again we are in the sky to my mind. We have some clouds here and the background and stuff like that, but at the same time it's still network, so it can change, you know. It's just an art. Also it looks like a bit of the Final Fantasy IX and city at the same time, where we are underground, so I don't know, it could be. We have a marketplace in the same city, another view of the same city, by night or kinda night or dawn. Oh, and next, before that, so we have another city here, very verdant, a lot of trees and plants everywhere. And so next we have these guys here, and that's why I was talking about iLVL-like characters earlier. The cats, they look like cats. Can't say anything else, but at the same time, I know it's a concept art and stuff, but we have gloves And we also have in the first the dwarves that are looking like Lalafell with a mask on their head, so with a big bird and stuff like that. And so it could be just a Lalafell wearing a mask cat, which would be fun to me. It means that if we don't get this race to play, we will at least get the mask and the outfit and stuff for Lalafell. Or it could be another minor race. That would be interesting. We have another artwork here, a lot of artwork. Oh yeah, this one is City of Cats actually. And you see them playing on the top left and stuff. So that's a concept art for the City for Cats. And so that was all the announcement, I guess, about the new lands we are exploring, because I didn't want to give us too much, and it was the first FanFest as well. And so next we have the game design updates with an ever-evolving 14, where Yoshi-P explains where we came from and where we are going. From a realm reborn in 2013, we are going into 2021 with Unwalker, and 2024 for Dawntrail, and 2027 for EverCold. And he said that the PS4 will be supported until 2028 max, and after that you will have to change if you're on PS4. But also something else important is that we are approaching for Dawntrail to 35 million players. So now we'll talk about and show us the main change, I guess, of Final Fantasy XIV combat system and progression system. Starting with that first image, he explained that ever since Realm Reborn, we had to grow our character and farm more high-level armor and stuff. But we are going to EverCold, and he want to give us another way to grow, because it's important to have the player not bored by this system of tombstone we had until now, a system of daily farm. And so for EverCold, so in 8.x and beyond, you want to evolve the game design with the new adventurer activity. So there is a lot of things to say about that screenshot. And there is another screen after that, where, well, you have the new adventurer activity. Actually, in the game, you have to do dailies like Daily Dungeon, Extreme Dungeon, Raid, Alliance Raid, PvP activity, giving away items as a crafter or gatherer, and you do that every day, and it's a full second job if you want to optimize everything you have on your character, and even more if you want to up different characters. So that will be the new adventure activity. So what you can see here, so on the top right, this screenshot will be probably different at the release, but at the very least, it might look like that for you. So on the bottom right, you have the system menu, on the bottom left to exit. So yeah, it's really a menu. You have some kind of activity level on the left. You have a gear progress and an all progress bar with different level on the bottom. You have a season system, a lot of information. And in the middle, you have your character with your gear. It will be kind of the new character sheet you already had, but it will be a full menu, I guess. That's a way to see it. And so the second screenshot that is important is that you don't have to do dailies anymore, but weeklies. You can gain up to 3,000 points per week by doing different things on this mission menu, like completing MSQ, side quests, instance dungeon, trial, fate, and so on. Classical content you already were doing, and you don't have to do everything, because maybe MSQ it will be only once a week, but like an instant dungeon or collectibles or maybe PvP can be done daily or such, and so you can repeat some content and still gain activity point. The point of this new mission system is that nevertheless, however you are playing, you can gain point and develop your character regardless of what you are doing, and you don't have to focus on completing a list of things every day, every week, every month until you are ready for the next patch. Not anymore. So in the first screen of the new adventurer activity, there was a season system. The season will correspond to a red rotation. To explain it plainly, a normal red rotation. So in every even patch you have a new season, or if you can see on the screen, one season is 2 patches, one even, one odd. So each even for each even patch you will have a new season. And so for example here you have 7.0 and 7.1, which was one season, 7.2 and 7.3 was one season. The season system will work like the PvP system, the PvP season system rather, but it will be every 2 patch. So another important thing to say is that the adventure activity plate, I guess, you can pose your character however you want and show the piece of gear however you want in that plate. Also, there is another thing, the shared, as the Armoury System update, that's the name of the update, but you will be able to share your highest iLVL to the other character you own. But it implies 2 things. It means that you don't have to farm the full gear for every character if you don't play them. Like, if you are a main healer, you don't have to up the gear of your tank unless you really want to have your tank as a sub-job. And so, if you want to optimize for a red, for example, you still have to put material on your gear, and so I'm not sure at this point, but the meaning is that you still need the gear for your sub-job to put your materials on them, but you just need the highest gear on one character. I believe you need the best gear for the material to work. That's a well system that you will have to try. But pretty much, if you are a warrior with the highest iLVL because you did raids, well, your other jobs, like the white mage or the black mage, will have their iLVL synced like that. And so the white mage and the black mage have iLVL 790 because the warrior has it. But you still have to raise your level, and the material doesn't work, so you still have to put the materials on your character. Another announcement about the character focus design is that you will have character action skins. They didn't show anything, but you have an example here where the dive for the dragon, you will see the dive in the next video, by the way, for the full combat overview of the update, because there is a lot to say as well, but you will have skins for your actions. They will improve the character creation options with a color picker instead of preset colors, iron lips addition of eyeshadow feature, and face paint layering, and the ability to toggle on and off certain part of individual gear pieces. So many things to say, but pretty much, I don't like this screen, but this one is working better. You can see that the hairstyle here have colors that you can't get currently in the game a normal way. And also you can change the skin tone to the color you want with the color picker without a preset anymore. So you will have an in-depth personalization of your character with that new system. You can't see very well on the first three, but yeah, the other ones have colors very like undefined currently in the game. And something else is the improved eye lip customization, eye and lip customization, new eye shadow feature, and face paint layering. So you have, like on the left, you have the screenshot of current character design. On the right, you have more personalization. So if you can check here, she have some personalization around the eye. The bottom one, the top one, she have stars, she have some blushing, she have some paint of on her lip, I believe, some lipstick. And that's as well the case for this aura. She has some stuff on her eyes, the earth, a little kind of purple blushing here. It's very subtle, but it's here. I can say it personally. So that's a lot of in-depth personalization and so uniqueness to your character. And so the other thing is that you will have a toggle on your individual gear pieces. It won't be like you want to toggle that, so you want to remove that, but you don't want to remove that. You will have, I believe, one button for everything. And so from the left to the right, you can see the shoulder plate and the leather thing disappear. And it's still the same armor, and you will have that for all things. I think there is another screen. Yeah. Here you have the bag you can remove. Here you can see that she is removing the flower and the thing on her arms. So it removes every accessories, I guess, from the dress. And I don't think you can pick what you want to disable. But still nice. Ever-evolving content, I believe there is nothing in, improving public fields. They talked about it a little bit, but it will be shown later, where they want the fields and so the areas of the game to not feel as empty as they are currently. And they will improve quest system as well. So adding a third difficulty level for 8% raids and mid-raid difficulty, because currently we have normal and savage, and so we will have a middle ground for 8% raids. We have an adjustment for the routes of 24% raids, because currently when you do the current content 24% raids, it takes 1 hour pretty much. And even more if you wipe, because one person mess up, and so they want to change stuff for the 24% raids as well, and they will add new types of content as well. So they talked about the data center travel system with ever-evolving system category with same region player matching. That means that you can queue for your current, like your next dungeon, and you will be matched between data centers and not between servers. It's huge. It means that the wait time between duties will significantly lower, and so player will be matching from all worlds in a region. For example, in America, or North America rather, you have 4 data centers, and currently, if you're on either, you can queue only with these servers, on Crystal only these, and so on. That's the current limitation. And next, you will be able to play with everyone at the same time. And the same region player matching will start in 7.5x, starting with a test in Japan, but it will be expanded until the 7.56 on September. And next, but not least, they announced the new jobs. And the new jobs will be a tank and a DPS, a range physical DPS like I guessed. For the tank, I wanted to say magical tank, but it will be something else. And you see, no, there is no screenshot here. I didn't quite look at the art as well, but I don't think we see the job here, right? No spoiler, I guess. I like that we have the blue mage in the middle here, but I don't see the Beastmaster as well. But yeah, he removed his jacket to show Ritantin Sas Arvina, which is a character from Reborn, So this tank with a double weapon, or the two guns on his arms, I guess, will be the new tank. Main tank as well, I must say. And so next they introduced something that made people go cold on the live. That was quite the show. So this is the Reborn mode for the battle system. The Reborn mode is the current system of battle you have in the game, with all 21 jobs, including Blue Mage and Beastmaster coming next week. We have the Reborn mode, which is the current battle system, pretty much. They will update some skills, but that's the current system you have with hotbars and stuff like that. But they are introducing the Evolve mode, which is emphasizing individuality with different rotation. This whole system will be a whole video I will make just after this one, by the way, so I won't talk in detail in that, but pretty much, if you want an example, you go play PvP and you have the best example of Evolve mode, because it is really that. It's just you press one button and the button changes to your combo. But with Evolve mode and the PvE content, it will be even more rewarding, visually stunning, and so on. And the idea is that all new jobs starting with 8.0 will have the Evolve mode only, so no more Reborn mode where you place all the buttons on your bars and mess up your rotation because you forgot where is the next button you have to press. And also all the old job will have both systems, and the goal is to have different rotation with fewer inputs. And you have an example here, I believe that's Dragon, where on the bottom left here you have the current hotbar of a dragon, and the top right here is a new system. The idea is to have 16 buttons. Why 16 buttons? Because of 16 button max, because of the console players. And you will be able to enjoy Reborn mode and Evolve mode, as I said. That will be your choice, but the idea is to have everyone go to Evolve mode, and that the new player will enjoy Evolve mode, I believe. And so you go from this system here for the dragon to this system here. You can toggle the mode of battle, outside battle, at any time. The job level is shared. Yeah, so you have no need to relearn any action, and the gear is shared. No need to change your gear because you change your mode. The Evolve mode is available when you are unlocking any job, and all content is clearable with both modes. And they say that the Evolve mode will make a little bit more DPS, but that doesn't mean they have a boost of DPS. My understanding of that is that the Evolve mode makes your rotation so much better and faster that obviously there is a little gain of DPS. Reborn mode available only for the existing 21 jobs, and all new jobs will only have the Evolve mode. And so they explain that in a later panel, which I watched as well. They explain more of that with 4 jobs, and that will be the subject of the next video. But that's not all. That's not all with the expansion. We have the level cap increase from 100 to 110. We have another Treasure Hunt, Fate, and the End update with content change, I believe. We will have 4 new dungeons, like always, new gear, new crafter and gatherer gear, new threats with new enemies. I didn't want to go in depth with that, but we have them. A new 8-player raid, obviously, which will be revealed in Berlin. A new ultimate raid, and that's not Kafka, that's another ultimate raid. Kafka is coming with 7.5, that's what I mean. More duty support update, that's the usual. To be honest, I'm going deeper in that. And so, one of the biggest announcements, I guess, of this keynote was the new Alliance raid. It's just crazy. I will put the trailer in the description as well. But it's just crazy.
Is the theme of the next raid series.
では目も耳もぜひ注目してご覧いただきたいです。
So without further ado, open your eyes and ears for this.
And so yeah, the next Alliance threat will be a collab with Evangelion franchise, which is crazy, quite crazy. After that, they made more announcement about the next patch 7.5 and the schedule for patches until the release of EverCold. Oh yeah, fan festival in Tokyo is 2026. Why did I have January in mind? But yeah, that's the upcoming schedule for Final Fantasy XIV. So currently we are in Anaheim 2026 Fan Festival. We have patch 7.5 in April 28, which is next week, in a few days. On the 2nd of June, we will have 7.51. July 28th, we've got 7.55 with Hildebrand, most noticeably, and some gear update, Occult Crescent update. But before that, we have the Fan Festival in Berlin in July, like the week before. And in September 8th, we've got patch 7.56, which gives us the last piece of story of MSQ of Dawntrail, which will lead us to the January release of the next expansion. And we have the Beastmaster as well, so you will have 4 months to enjoy it before the next expansion. And in November, you have the Tokyo Fan Festival. After that, we've got an announcement about the Switch 2 release of the game, with some weird stuff about the subscription. I won't go into detail with that. People that want to play on Switch will most likely make their research, but pretty much if you already have a sub, you will have a 50% off on the sub, and you don't need a Nintendo Switch online membership to play. And he showed it on the stage. Another thing I wanted to keep in the to talk about as the last words is that the CEO of Square Enix explained that Yoshi-P asked for more money. He got it. He got the budget. His team will grow, and the patch rotation will be significantly faster compared to right now. Maybe like previous COVID, because the patch delay started with the COVID time, where they needed more time to develop things because people were working from home, there were more checks and stuff like that. Which is very nice, to be honest. But yeah, that will be all for this already too long video. There is a lot of things to digest from this keynote, as you can see the CEO talking. Yeah, there are a lot of things to digest from this keynote, and the battle system isn't even explained in this video. I will explain that in another video, I guess. and I believe it's a good change, but still, it's very confusing how they explain it during the keynote, but after that they explain it better. Thank you kindly for watching this video. Put a like if you did like, a dislike if you didn't, subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!